Hello everybody, this is my review of 2008. So far we're about a quarter of the way through the year, or we're getting there. I thought I'd just talk about 2008 so far, and my predictions for 2008. And I think it's going to be a very good year for professional wrestling fans. It has been so far. WWE has been good. Their TV shows have been better than what they have been in the past couple of years. Not to the level where I'd like to see them, but they have been very good. The pay-per-views have been also very good, and I'm expecting big things from WrestleMania, which I believe will be. I'm going to make a prediction. It will be better than WrestleMania 23, which was a good event. We have ROH, which has been doing well of 2008. Their most recent pay-per-view, Rising Above, was very good. From what I've heard, I've only seen bits and pieces of it, so I can't really judge. And they have turned things around in terms of production values, and they're putting out a strong product. Sorry. Other independent promotions such as Chikara has been doing very well. They recently broke the attendance record, or their previous attendance record for shows. They're having the King of Trios tournament, which will be the biggest tournament in professional wrestling history, with 84 contestants. From around the world, from DET in Japan, WrestleLand, International Wrestling Syndicate in Japan, IWA, IPW UK, as well as other independent promotions in the United States, will be represented in it, which is very good. IWA Mid-South has only, took a hiatus, which I think was very good, and they released a whole bunch of unreleased shows and classic shows through Smart Mark, such as the Eddie Gilbert Memorial from 1998, as well as things from 1997. Just old things which would be interesting for IWA Mid-South fans. I have ordered a few of them, and I'm looking forward to watching them. As for the 500th show, from what I've heard, it was a very good show, because it was had good attendance, good wrestling, good matches. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. As well as wrestling, it's the same fucking thing. But yeah, they've been doing well, and Ian was talking about in his retirement show that he wanted to save money by not running shows through winter, because it would get snowed out and they wouldn't be able to hold the show, so they'd lose money through advertising. So it is a smart business strategy. CZW's recently turned things around from CZW's synonymous with having really bad shows throughout January, or basically through the first couple months of a year, because all their good shows are usually mid and later in the year, such as Cage of Death, Ultraviolent, Tournament of Death, Best of the Best, which doesn't come for a couple months. But they're known for putting on poor shows in the early months, but they have been, apparently, I haven't seen any, but I've ordered some DVDs. I've been putting on some pretty good shows recently. Eddie Kingston returned to CZW, which is good to hear, and he's going to have a feud with Zandig, so that will be good. So obviously someone swallowed their pride, and CZW is on track to doing some bigger and better things than what they were doing previously, or have been doing for the past couple of years. I have been a critic of theirs in the past, but I am going to give them a chance. And as I said, I ordered the DVDs, and I'll give them a watch and see what happens. What else? Japan. Japan has been very good. New Japan has been putting on some good shows through January so far. Actually, some very good shows, which was a return to form throughout early 2007, or the first half of 2007. They weren't doing very well. They were very inconsistent. But 2008 so far has been very good. They've been putting on good matches. We've seen, Kurt Angle and Shinsuke Nakamura unify the IWGP titles. Noah, we have Morishima as champ, and I do feel it some people don't like Morishima in the United States, but you've got to understand that is very good for Japanese wrestling, or Noah. I mean, because you do have a young guy as champion now. Miswa has given Morishima the ball to run with. I don't think it's going to be a long title run, but it is good to see a fresh face with the belt. And I think because Noah hasn't had a lot of luck with champions in the past, there's only been 3 strong champions, and that's been Takayama, Kobashi, and Miswa. So they've all been reasonably established stars who have been good champions. But I think Morishima is going to do very well in the position because he did well as ROH champion. But in Noah he should do well. And fans have been rejected junior heavyweight champions, and Morishima is not a junior heavyweight, and he is a good wrestler. So he, and we heard in the match, the fans got behind Morishima to win the belt, and he did. And they'd been running a good Miswa and Morishima had been running a good program for about 12 months or so. So that was it's a great thing when you have a new face in the title picture in any company. Old Japan have been reasonably quiet. We heard we had the Dory Funk retirement, which was tour. The event that Dory Funk's retirement was a very good show, and the fans really got into it. They booed everything that his opponents did to him. If they chopped him, they'd boo them out of the building, and if he hit them, they'd go nuts for it. Which it was financially successful, I believe, for All Japan. Mexico, they've been continuing they've continued with the momentum they had in 2007, where AAA turned things around and did some good shows. CMLL has been doing the same and putting on some good shows. From what I've seen, I've only seen about 3 or 4 shows from 2008, but they have been very enjoyable. And what else is there to talk about? Nothing really. That's about it. Everything seems to be getting better or improving, going in the right direction. And so I think 2008 there is going to be a lot of good stuff for a lot of wrestling fans, not just in the independent scene or the international scene, but also in the mainstream wrestling scene with WWE doing very well with pay-per-views. So yeah, I'd like to hear all your thoughts of what you think 2008 is going to be like. I think it will be a very successful year, as I've previously said, and I'll be coming back in, I don't know, a couple days, maybe weeks, with some reviews. I'll see what happens. I hope to see you then.